Itakufaidi wewe mwenyewe na itafaidi wengine pia, au sio? Mimi si ninasema juu ya vipaji tuliopewa naye.
Welcome viewers once more. Today we are learning a demonstration on how you can prepare printout materials for learners who are visually impaired, who are maybe integrated in a school or included, or maybe in a church setting or any other forum that you'd want to make sure that those with VI are also included into the exercise or to the activity. So basically what you would need are three equipments. Very important. You would need a computer here. In front of me I have a computer. It can be a laptop, it can be a desktop, it doesn't matter. Then you would need an equipment like this is a scanner. This is what will now be able to translate the printout copy to the soft copy. And then of course you would need an embosser. Now this is what will now be able to prepare the translated work into the braille. Remember, learners with VI would need a tangible mode of reading, and they would need to have that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a printout. In this case, this is a copy of a printout. You cannot give this to a learner with the VI. Of course, you will need to prepare it. So I'm going to place this in my scanner. Those who have smartphones, you can download scanners. You can as well scan your paper using the phone. In my case, I'm using a manual scanner, and you must make sure that your paper is very well aligned inside the scanner. Now I'm using a flatbed scanner where you would have to scan a page at a time. It is okay. Now what I'm doing here, you can do this for books, for magazines, for any material that would be required. You would require a learner with VI to use, where you're going to do it for organizations. Maybe you've invited people and you want a mixture of the VI, you will need this process. So then you scan your work around, but there are different kind of scanners, software pieces, which you can be able to load in your computer. Some of them are free, some of them needs to be purchased, and you should be able to do your work well. So I want to scan my work to Word, because Word is editable. At times you can choose to scan it to PDF. I believe you can be able to, but it's advisable you scan it to Word, to an editable copy, so that you can be able to edit some pieces of, to edit some mistakes which maybe would occur because of the scanning process or maybe misinterpretation by the scanner.
Scan the Microsoft Word.
So
Enter the task button to activate.
I'm going to tell my
Select the scanner or a camera bold list box.
Okay.
Escape the task button to activate. Scan the PDF. Scan the.
So I forgot to show you something, and that's why I'm being prompted to select a scanner. I had not connected my scanner, so that tells you that you need to make sure that your pieces of equipment are well connected before you undertake to do anything. And now I'm going to connect my scanner here, so that I can be able to use my scanner very well. So my scanner is USB enabled. Sometimes you might have scanners which are Wi-Fi enabled. You just can use any mode of connection that will allow you to use your scanner. And again, I also want to connect my embosser because I'm using it after editing my work. So again, my embosser is USB enabled. So we'd have to make sure that I've connected it well here, very well. So this is to say that before you use any piece of equipment or software, it's good that you make sure that your equipment is well connected. So let's see.
Scan to OCRN. Scan to the PDF button to activate.
So I'm scanning to Word.
Scan to Microsoft Word. Enter the task button to activate. Press space.
I think my scanner has been detected, so I can just give a command.
Alt S. Scan button to activate. Press space bar. Alt plus S.
So
Space.
So basically, we are doing this to make sure that we translate this work to fit a learner who is VI, so that they can also be able to cope up with the activity that you are doing in case you are preparing some work. So once my page 1 is scanned, I can turn this page 2. So my scanner is automatic, so it just move. And then after scanning, then it can be able to process the work. So I will stop my scanner now, and so that I can be able to finish the scanning process and probably do the editing if possible.
50%, 100%.
So of course it depends with the piece of software and equipment that you're using. Some equipment can be faster than the other, depending on the parameters of the equipment. So you're giving it time. And I was mentioning something very important, that there are phones and apps that have been developed which can be able to scan some pieces of paper. In case you would be comfortable with that, you could use those phones also to scan this work, translate it, and then take it to the embosser. But before you do that, you are required to, after scanning, to edit, because sometimes the work does not come very neat, depending on how the scanner has interpreted that work and a number of other factors. So very important here, after you scan, you got to name your work so that you don't get mixed up. Very well, hope by now we have saved our work, and we just need to, this is the work that we have saved now. You can see it's a work that has been saved, and doesn't seem to be very bad. Now you can do a bit of editing by doing some of the removing, some like this picture here. This one cannot be translated well by our braille equipment, that is the embosser, so we need to edit it. So you need to verify that every part of your work is okay. Then you can now be able to send it to your data braille software that you would need. With the embosser that I'm using, the Index DV5, you can be able to directly emboss your work into Word. Okay, so you just need to install a driver. It's called IDB, Index Braille Driver, and then you'll be able to get that menu appear in your ribbon, in your Word, the ribbon for the Word. In our case, we are not going to do that, but you can. It's a doable. It's something that you can do. Okay, something that you can do in case you need to just do a quick editing or a quick printout of your work. The problem with that is that at times the editing, the Word is not the same as, there's a lot of editing that needs to be done in Braille, and at times there are some word edits, if I may call them such, that cannot be translated well with Braille. So, but the IDB software in this embosser can be able to sort out part of that. So in my case, let's go back to our work. I will just put this software work in my software. And here we go. My work is already, and you can see it is well. This is a piece of work in my Braille software, and it can be displayed both in print and in Braille. At the moment, it is in print, so you can translate it to Braille. But before you translate this work to Braille, you need to ask yourself what clients you have. In Braille, there is what we call the basic Braille, that is Braille grade 1, that is not complicated, it is not shortened. Braille is bulky and occupies a lot of space. So the advanced Braille has so many contractions, and at times it can be confusing for a beginner. So you need to know who is consuming your work. Sometimes it's good to find out from them whether they are doing grade 1 or grade 2, so that you give them what is helpful. So in my case, I'm working with advanced learners or advanced people, braille users, and therefore I can just put this work into advanced braille.
Control T. Edit type of text.
So now my work is in braille, and basically what you can see here is a screen that has been is displaying braille work. Now you can not be able to translate these dots, but anybody who has done some work in braille as a transcriber, or maybe those who do some bit of braille learning, can be able to read this work even in the print form as it is right now. So my braille consumer will not be able to read it here yet. I have to put it in paper. Although it is in braille here, my consumer will have to read it when it is on paper. And that is where now the embosser comes in. Make sure your embosser is well connected, and make sure that you have fitted the paper, and you make sure that everything is okay before you braille that work. So like my paper here seems to have issues, so let me remove this paper. So now I think my work is ready to be brailled, and I can just do it from here. Just give the machine a few commands here. Remember, if you want to reason out with braille, think about print. Print is all about translating your soft copy to hard copy, and that's what I'm doing. And my hard copy in this case will be the braille part. So
Cancel. Copy. Page rate. OK button.
so let's get to it. My machine will be a bit noisy, the embosser, but you forgive me for that, and let's get going. My work is being brailled. So far so good. So now I can be able to get this paper, and now my piece of work is ready. So now I just need to arrange this very well, make sure that your work is well organized, and now what is remaining here is very normal, because what you do here, you just bring this paper together and you pin them. You need to check the pages, make sure they are well organized, and you pin them like this. Just want to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. So this one can be in form of many pages, and then now you can be able to give out your work to your braille user, because you are sure. Remember, you confirmed it in the soft copy, and now you are sure what you have is right, so you can be able to give it to your braille user, so that they can be able to use it in the forum that you intend to do that. I also want to mention that sometimes there are scanners in our phones which can also be used to scan the work, and somebody would want to know whether the diagrams can be done. Yes, they can be done. I think I'll be doing a demo of how you can do tactile work using the embosser DV5. You can braille work from different languages, Swahili, English, another French, another set of languages, as long as you know what you are doing. Then that is something that you can set from your machine and from your machine, from your laptop. So basically that is what we were demonstrating, how to prepare work, for visual, for persons with visual impairments in any forum. It can be in an integrated setting in a school. It can be in a forum. Maybe there's an organization where these people are included, and you're giving handouts in terms of notes, and you want them also to benefit. It's very, very important. And in case it's a technical process, you may consider getting people who can do it for you. It's good to include everybody in some of this one. Don't always apologize. We are sorry we couldn't get this material. This material can be gotten, and there are people who can do it, and you can also learn how to do it. And in case it's something that you do regularly, you can acquire some of this equipment and make sure that every time you want to do a forum including persons with VI, then you are also including them in your work. We have come to the end of this demonstration. I'm very happy for following me through. Kindly make sure that you subscribe to our channel and you like what we are doing, in case it's very educative for you, because we want to make sure that we come with such educative kind of videos to you, my viewer, and so that you can be able to know many other things and diverse things from what you already know. Otherwise, for now, we are giving you a few seconds to go down there and subscribe so that you can support us in doing more and more of this work. Once more, I want to apologize because some of these machines can be noisy, but that is how they are. But the most important thing is to make sure that everybody is on board as you prepare your work in the community or in any other institutions. Thank you very much and have a nice time.
Okay, sikiza. Mimi simbi, nataka tu nikupatie advice poa. Yaani itakufaidi wewe mwenyewe na itafaidi wengine pia, au sio? Mimi simbi ninasema juu ya vipaji tuliopewa naye Mwenyezi Mungu bure. Madhumuni yake jalali, watu wasifiche talanta, kila mtu atumie yake. Mbona wewe unalalia kipaji, kitumie, usije ukanyang'anywa. Mbona wewe unalalia kipaji, kitumie, usije ukanyang'anywa. Wapo wale walipewa talanta zao wakazalisha, nao wakalipwa maradufu, na wengine walipewa talanta zao wakaziweka, hao nao walinyang'anywa. Mbona wewe unalalia kipaji, kitumie, usije ukanyang'anywa. Mbona wewe unalalia kipaji,